Over 80% of piano students will quit after the first 3 years. But what is it about those students that actually go on to learn and improve over the long term to where it becomes a lifestyle versus those that are short-lived? I've noticed that there's this common trait all the way from teenagers to retired adults, regardless of musical genre taste, and I even see it among professional musicians like those that graduate from college and go on to actually continue on in music, because believe it or not, a lot of those graduates actually don't stick with it for the long term. I remember seeing a statistic that only about 25% of even Juilliard graduates will remain in the musical field after 10 years. And it's not a fierce work ethic or desire for self-improvement or even like trying to win these competitions or learn these difficult pieces that you saw on YouTube. All of these are positive attributes and good things in and of themselves, but it's not what I see in the students that go on to continue. The thing that I see is actually quite simple. It's just that those students love practicing. And for them, practice is not a means to an end, but it's a reward in and of itself. And because they love it, they begin to identify with that. It's kind of like sticking with going to the gym. You can compare the person that says, oh yeah, I love working out, versus the person that says, oh, I'm trying to lose weight. The person who says I love working out is much more likely to stick with going to the gym because they're not chasing a goal of losing weight. They're in that lifestyle. They actually enjoy this process. So in the piano world, that goes something like, oh, I love practicing piano, or I'm an amateur pianist, rather than I'm trying to learn the piano or I want to learn the piano. So if you find yourself in this place where you're dreading practice, or you feel like you're forcing yourself to practice and you have like all these external pressures on you, maybe your parents or your teachers trying to force you to practice, and you really don't have any joy in it, I would ask myself the question, what can I do to make this more enjoyable? For me, a big motivating factor is just going and listening to these amazing recordings and immersing myself in it and being inspired by it. You see, a lot of teachers and musicians ask the how question, like how can I get better? How can I play this? What am I supposed to do? But not always the why question. For me, that remains at the center of what I do, and I think it's why I've remained working in music even though so many of my colleagues have dropped off and started doing other jobs. I just can't see myself doing anything else. I love it too much. Even with all the difficulties, with all the fact that I could be making more money doing something else, I love playing the piano. And even after doing these jobs and these gigs, I'll still come back to the piano excited to learn this new music because it's beautiful stuff. It's really a privilege to be able to do this.